Mr. Goodman, for my safety and your safety, this interrogation will be recorded at all times and will stop once this interrogation is over. This is due to our protection and for the officers and sheriffs and Yuck County Police Department. Do you understand?
Yes, sir, I understand.
All right. So, let's get this straight. You are here as one of the prime suspects, if not possibly the main suspect for the murder of your wife, Goodman.
Really?
Yes.
Wait. I'm being processed as a suspect?
Yes.
For the murder of my wife.
One of three.
One
out of four suspects.
So you're telling me there's 3 people that I possibly don't or know that could have killed my wife, and y'all are talking to me about this?
Yes, mainly because you was the last one to see her, and second off, you was in the home before, and you was in the home of your wife, if you and your wife's home with your daughter.
Indeed.
Amy. Is that correct?
That is correct, sir.
So, I'm gonna ask you a few questions. Of course, before we get started, please state your name and your date of birth.
Okay. My name is Mark Goodman. I was born February 13th, 1960.
Correct. And can you please state today's date for me?
Today's date, April 13th, 1989, correct?
Yes, sir. Thank you. So, first question, of course, where were you, or what were you doing? What were your actions? What were you doing on the night of April 5th, 1989?
That day, I was with my daughter, Amy. Just picked her up from school, and I went to take her out to get ice cream. And the mom, my wife, she was with us. I dropped her off to go do yoga. She always does it every once in a while. Dropped her off, went home with my daughter, watched a movie, had a good night. And yeah, yes sir, that's what it was.
And so, of course, you have a security system in your household, correct?
Yes sir.
And so did your wife come home at all?
Oh yes sir.
So she came back home, okay. And of course, the police department of York County also sent out a emergency broadcast system of what to do because of the serial killer, the Black Locker, lurking around and killing innocent civilians for God knows what. And from what we saw and what we heard from your daughter is what, 15, correct?
Yes sir.
All right. And we already asked her a few questions at the home and everything. So she said that she heard the emergency broadcast system playing with the steps we sent out to, of course, make sure that y'all's safety is top notch and above to lower your chances of being a possible victim of the Black Locker.
Yes sir.
And so apparently your daughter heard knocking on the door, and apparently when she came down there to check, the back door was wide open, and and the TV broadcast was just playing out and repeat apparently, and then just went back to his regular scheduled programming. Do you mind explaining to me any of that, or do you have any knowledge of any of that at all?
Well, what was happening was I was in my room, and before the emergency, I did go outside back to take a cigarette break. I don't want to smoke in the house with my daughter. I don't want to give her that habit, so I did go outside, took a cigarette break. I did a couple things back there, just cigarette stuff, just grown man things, get my stress out for the day. And yeah, I didn't know that she was so frightened of it. I thought that she was in her room sleeping. I didn't think that she was up, so I can understand how that spooked her.
Okay. And your daughter told me that your wife was also there, of course, at the time.
Yes, sir.
But when she came downstairs, the back door was wide open, and your wife was nowhere to be seen.
About that, I don't know really what happened with her. All I know is that sometimes she'll take a break from me. We did recently get into an argument about, grown folk thing. And in the middle of the argument, that's when I took a break, smoking. And I don't know where she went at all, sir.
You mind telling me about that argument?
I had an affair.
You had an affair?
Yes, sir.
With another female, I'm presuming?
Yes, sir. And pretty much I told her that when it happened, I regretted it and I would do anything to make it up to her. But she kept yelling at me and screaming at me. And then I realized that what I did was messed up. I have a daughter. I have a family with her. And I still decided to do what I did. And I understand why she would hate me. I understand why she would dislike me. But to storm off, especially when there's this black lock, you say, sir?
The black locker.
The black locker. I don't understand why she would go outside during this time. I don't understand why.
Of course, you know the following steps to make sure all windows and doors are locked, and make sure that your lights are on to ensure that the black locker is aware that you and your family are aware and on alert, of course.
Yes, sir, of course.
And to, of course, have a firearm within arm's reach.
Yes, sir. Indeed.
As long as you follow those steps, then you'll be great.
Yes, sir.
My question is, when we got there, your lights were off. The door was wide open. And then, of course, since it's an investigation, we also have every right to search your house since it's an investigation.
Of course.
And it was weird because there was a door that leads outside from the laundry room. That door was unlocked, completely able to just for anyone to enter and to exit.
Pretty much the explanation for the back door open, like I said, was for me to take that cigarette break. The laundry room, I don't know. That's my daughter's job, is to lock every door that is downstairs if she's down there past 10. I don't know if she left it unlocked. She was just doing things, 15-year-olds or teenagers. Their mom's going crazy. I don't know if she forgot, but I always tell her to lock the doors. And about the lights being off, I understand that it'll make it known that we're alert, but I still want rest. And the lights on, I can't do it. That's just me.
So, the police have told you about that your wife is now deceased.
Yes, sir.
Have they also told you how did she die?
No, sir. They said that all they could tell me is that she has been killed. And that I will be coming in for questioning, which I'm still outraged about.
So, we do have an autopsy of your wife and everything. And since you're her husband, you must know pretty much possibly stuff on her body and everything. So the autopsy came back, and sadly, she died due to blood force trauma. Based on what we found, blood force trauma, 15 stab wounds to the chest, 3 stab wounds to the head after the blood force trauma, and possibly mutilation and sexual acts on a corpse. A corpse. A corpse. A corpse. A corpse.
I can't believe this. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. Like my daughter, I don't know what to do. How do I tell her that an animal, this is no way a human being did this. No human being in the world would be able to do this and still walk off. Why are they not caught yet?
Sir, we're trying our best to investigate into this whole synopsis and everything. My best suggestion for you is to, of course, to take your daughter, go somewhere safe, like maybe close relative, maybe something like that, if you have any close relatives that's possibly close by.
I understand. I can't believe this, man.
I'm sorry for your loss, sir. Of course. It still bothers me. Knowing that, your wife knowing that this serial killer is out on the loose, why run away? Why run as far as you can? Why run?
I don't know.
Why?
I never put my hands on her. I never touched her whenever she didn't want. I let her and her peace be her peace. But this argument, it set something off in her. Something I've never seen before. This was not my wife I was talking to. This was a whole different person.
Did you have full awareness of what was going on?
We did drink a little bit before, I started to tell everything. And I don't know if she was drunk. I don't know. I was a little wasted. I was drunk. I was doing it in the comfort of my home. And after the argument, I went out, smoked. I don't know how long I was out there. All I know is that I came back and she's gone. I call her, I text her, telling her we could talk about this. No response at all. I'm thinking she ran to one of her girlfriend's houses. It's a very small town. Everybody knows everybody. You could just easily run and go have fun or do whatever to make yourself feel better. But I don't know. I can't tell you, sir. I don't know why she would run.
Okay. Alright. So, of course, I have my notes here and all of that stuff. I'll notify the chief in command and all of that. So, I'll be right back, good sir.
Alright. Can't believe this. Can't freaking believe it. They think I murdered my wife. My own wife. Can't believe it. They need to hurry up with this.
Alright. So, thank you for your cooperation as well, good sir, Mr. Goodman. Of course,
You can just call me Mark. You can call me Mark.
Mark it is then. Alright, Mark, here's what's going to happen. Me and the chief are going to escort you out of the premises. Of course, if we want any more questions out of you or anything like that, we'll notify you. But for now, you're free to go.
Yes, sir. Thank you. It was nice talking to you, and I hope that whatever happens, y'all find out who killed my wife.
Alright. Right this way, sir. Alright. If you follow me this way.